Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Tuesday. We're getting along in this week, child. Listen, thank y'all for being here. This morning has been very busy for me. But we're here. We're here, okay? It's freezing cold outside. I hope you guys are bundled up, got you some coffee and tea or something, hot chocolate, so that you guys can stay warm. All right, get you a nice little blankie and bundled up. All right, but let's get into our show because we have one. Let's go ahead and speak to everyone first so we can get through the show. All right, y'all ready? Let's get into it. Miss Sheila Washington, she's first. So good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Be Wiser. My top flight mod, Rose, is in the building. Hey, Rose. Hey, Shirley Terry. Hey, Marion's favorites, Audrey Williams, Gail West, Felicia. Thanks for being here. Delisa Dismuke is here. Lisa Bell is here. Cassandra D is here. Alicia Stout is here. Big Steak is in the building. Good morning. Denise Slate is here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's keep going down. Immaculate Davis, good morning. Bernadette Clemens is here. D Nice is here. Kim Swinson is here. Sylvia Blow is here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's keep going because we have more. Okay, 4585. Oh, y'all speaking to everybody. Mary Jacobs, good morning. Good morning, Sheila Bennett. Good morning, KBR. My other top flight mod is in the building. Good morning. Tam C is in the building. Good morning. Sherry Culpepper is here. Juju's World is here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's keep going, honey. Carla Burrell is here. Betty Brockington is here. She says, good morning. Kim Swinson, good morning. Dolores Campbell, good morning. JCD Creations. She's a content creator. Y'all check her out. Good morning. Easter Washington, good morning. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Bernetta Evans. Good morning. Good morning. Let's keep going. Zamona Miller, good morning. Squash DMV, good morning. That's a new name. Good morning. Miss Kears, what is that? Keezer Did I say it right? Keezer Souls. I don't know if I said it right. Y'all know I'll mess a name up, child. Keezer Souls. Good morning. Good morning. Sexy Brown Bonus in the building. Good morning. She said, good morning, gang. We here. We are here. All right, give me 1 second. Let me get my shit set up here right quick. All right. So we can keep the people out of here. They ain't supposed to damn be here. Because folk be coming in acting up. And I ain't got time to babysit nobody this morning. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. Oh, Jesus, I'm tired. I'm tired already. And I ain't even started the show yet. Oh, my God. We're going to push on through, though. We're going to push on through. All right, let's get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. I see Kelly S. I see Alan Ford. I see. I think I spoke to everyone else, though. Yes, somebody said a hot toddy. Uh-oh. All right, hot toddy. Can't do that at work, though, can you? But yes, honey, get your hot toddy and drink up. All right, let's get into it. Politics. We only have just maybe 1 or 2 topics, and then we're going to get on into the mess. All right, let's go ahead and share our screen. Let's share our screen. All right. According to Neighborhood Talk, y'all president, not mine, Trump classifies that fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. He said this now gives the government more power to attack drug traffickers across borders. I mean, hell, what about the drugs already here? We know they're coming over, by people bringing them over here. But I think we need to crack down on what's going on right here in the States. We have a lot of people who are passing away from fentanyl. Bobby Brown's son passed away from fentanyl. We have rappers that have passed away from fentanyl. Several people. So we definitely need to get a handle on not just fentanyl, but all drugs, okay? But we do know a lot of people in the government are also involved in some of these things as well. With police officers, I've done videos right here on my channel where police officers were doing side hustles where they were also selling and or handling the drugianas as well. But let's get into what they had to say.
Deadly fentanyl flooding into our country. With this historic executive order I will sign today, we're formally classifying fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction, which is what it is. No bomb does what this is doing. 200 to 300,000 people die every year that we know of. So we're formally classifying fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. But before I sign the fentanyl order, we will pin the deadly fentanyl flooding into our country. With this historic executive order I will sign today, we're formally classifying fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction, which is what it is. No bomb does what this is doing. 200 to 300,000 people die.
I think he think because he said the shit loud and we people be like, oh yeah, Trump, yes. Now I do agree that fentanyl is a dangerous drug. Again, we've lost a lot of people due to fentanyl, but at the end of the day, whatever they're gonna do, I feel like they should do. I don't feel like fentanyl is more powerful than a bomb. I don't think that was a great comparison, but it is indeed a dangerous drug where people are definitely conking out. We finding people are discombobulated and just like frozen. But I don't know, y'all. It is definitely a chemical. It's definitely a well-known street drug now, where a lot of people are definitely taking and mixing it with other drugs when it's very dangerous right by itself. But I hope they figure this out. Do I feel like they're going to be able to get a handle on it? No. The most you can do really is arrest people that you see trying to sell it or in possession of it. I mean, that's really the only thing you do. And of course, crack down on borders to where people are bringing those types of drugs over here as well, okay, and get a lot of the foreigners out of here. That'll help as well, okay. So that can release some jobs for the people that are here that are sitting back waiting to get jobs when you have other people coming into the United States and getting the jobs from them as well. So we have a lot of issues that Trump needs to be focused on that he's not focused on, okay. But keep screaming in mics and trying to convince people, Trump. All right, we'll be right here, still giving you the side eye as we always do. Moving right along. What up, friends? Joe's in the building. Shout out to neighborhood. To the shade room. To my neighborhood dog. Shout out to the shade room. The Obamas. Check this out, guys. They're saying that the Obamas were supposed to see Rob and Michelle Rayner the night of their passings. You guys. So Michelle Obama debunks Trump's comments about the late director. He had some very nasty things to say about him. He was like, yeah, I still don't like him. And pretty much he didn't give a fuck that he was dead. That's pretty much what he's saying. But let's get into what Michelle Obama was saying. Child, that was the Lord keeping y'all from going up over there, because it said that their son attacked them and unalived them. So y'all could have been there in the middle of that, and we wouldn't have had the Obamas here no more. My favorite president and first lady. So let's get into what they had to say, because she sat down with Jimmy Kimmel. Let's go.
You and your husband were friends with Rob and Michelle Reiner, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
My God.
How long have you known the Reiners?
We've known them for many, many years, and we were supposed to be seeing them that night, last night. And we got the news. And let me just say this, unlike some people, Rob and Michelle Reiner are some of the most decent, courageous people you ever want to know. They're not deranged or crazed. What they have always been are passionate people in a time when there's not a lot of courage going on. They were the kind of people who were ready to put their actions behind what they cared about. And they cared about their family, and they cared about this country, and they cared about fairness and equity. And that is the truth. I do know them.
You and your husband were friends with Rob and Michelle Reiner.
All right, so according to Barack Obama, he says, Michelle and I are heartbroken by the tragic passing of Rob Reiner and his beloved wife. It goes on to say that Rob's achievements in film and television gave us some of our most cherished stories on screen. But beneath all of the stories he produced was a deep belief in the goodness of people and a lifelong commitment to putting that belief into action. It says today he and his wife lived lives defined by purpose. They will be remembered for the values they championed and the countless people they inspired. Said that we send our deepest condolences to all who loved them. That was from Barack Obama. Okay. I don't even know if I want to read this, because he is full of shit. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. This is according to Donald Trump. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mid-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. Y'all hear this? Oh my God. Sometimes referred to as TDS. said he was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsessions of President Donald Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. What? Like, he really wrote that? Heartless bastard. Like, really? Oh my God.
A year.
Let's get into this, child.
Before this country becomes a full-on autocracy and democracy completely leaves us. And we're looking at the election in 2026, and Donald Trump knows. He knows that in a free and fair election, he will lose. He will lose the House. The House will flip and will become into Democratic hands. There'll be committee chairs that'll be able to hold hearings. And this is the last thing he wants. So this little, these ICE agents and the National Guard, and now he's called the military in from all over the world to talk to them about, don't be surprised when polling booths are surrounded by American military in the guise of making sure that the elections are fair and that nobody's tampering. We have a year before this country becomes a full-on autocracy and democracy completely leaves us. And we're looking at the election in 2026, and Donald Trump knows. He knows that in a free and fair election, he will lose. He will lose the House. The House will flip.
All right, so y'all hear that? That's why Trump didn't like him and had such negative things to say about him, which I thought was so degrading. Like, someone just literally lost their lives. Regardless if you like a person or not, please have the respect in terms, if you're not going to say something nice and honor this person, regardless to if you like them or not, you're the president. So people look to you to be or take the higher road in this situation. And even if you don't like them, at least say something at least acceptable versus making it about you and being rude as fuck. And we got to say it that way because that's exactly what that was. That was very disrespectful and rude. His family, they're still grieving this. Two people lost their lives. So the least you could have done was not put out a statement at all if you were going to put out something that was going to be degrading like that and make it about you. Like, so what if he didn't like you? Everybody don't like you. Nobody has to like you. And one of the things that you may not realize, Trump, is everybody did not vote for you in the election, even though you won. I feel like you stole the election, but just because a person doesn't like you and have a difference of opinion does not mean that you have to get on your platform or use your platform to degrade a person, especially when a life is lost. Like, that is too much. Okay. I did not like that. Like, team too doggone much. What do y'all think? Damn. I just cannot take him. I'm glad this is his last time that he can run. That shit just really oh my God. Simple Mind Family TV, thanks for being here. She's a content creator. You guys check her out. All right, so I see we got a birthday in here. Thank you, Maz, for bringing it to my attention. Oh, y'all want me singing in the morning, child? Good Lord. Let's see. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. Says Sheila Bennett. Oh, I gotta get this. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
We do here is go back. What we do here is go back.
Back. Thank y'all. I had to get that. That was very important. I had to get that call. Oh my God. All right. So let's get back to the show. Where was I? Oh, birthday. Miss Sheila Bennett. Do we have anyone else with a birthday? Let me go back to my main screen. He wants praise the people. Oh, y'all still going off. So insensitive to his family. So he wants praise and people to kiss the ring. Child, anybody kissing no ring now? Ain't kissing no ring. Said Trump cheated the election and he knows it, and Elon Musk. Yeah, that's why they fell out, because they had, I feel like it was back and forth about some money behind the scenes between Trump and Elon Musk. That's probably why they fell out. Okay. Let's say that he said we don't like his orange tail. Okay. But let's get back to the birthdays. Anyone else with a birthday? If you have a birthday, please let me know. Y'all know we love birthdays. We love birthdays. Miss Sheila Bennett, I think they said she's what, 58? Let's go back up. Okay, here you go. Says Rail, today is Miss Sheila Bennett's 58th birthday, and she wants you to sing to her. Of course, in the morning, y'all want me to sing. Okay. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Y'all, that's my morning voice. But yes, happy birthday, Miss Bennett. All right, happy 58th birthday. Thank you for joining the show. Anybody else with a birthday? Y'all know I don't be singing in the morning. I'm not a morning singer, okay? I do sing, but in the morning, I do not. But thank you. All right, let's continue on. Anybody else? Nobody else? Anybody with anniversary? That's it. Let's move on. All right. Where are we? All right, so we got to talk about this because y'all know I'm keeping up with this because the trial is coming up with Naziah Harris. So they had a final pretrial date set. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Let's get it up. I cannot wait for this trial because I feel like it's some stuff that I'm going to be hugely shocked about as far as this Naziah Harris trial with this nasty ass bastard, right? Check Jarvis Butts. But let's get up. Detroit Crime Daily. I definitely be checking this website very often because I want to know any updates as related to this case because I'm definitely going to be covering it. All right. But a final pretrial date set for a man accused of sexually assaulting and unaliving Detroit teen Naziah Harris. Now, I was watching on Facebook from, y'all know her relatives be on there as well posting, but they're saying that it's believed that the aunt beat Naziah to death after finding out that she was pregnant by Jarvis Butts, which was her baby daddy / boyfriend, who also dated her twin sister and who also smashed her mama. Did y'all know that? We already talked about it and covered that here, but that's what it's believed that that the auntie, I'm gonna say allegedly because we haven't had a trial yet and we don't know, but they're alleging that the auntie, okay, the one that was hiding out and trying to avoid the police and cameras and stuff like that. They're saying that it's believed that she may have beaten Naziah to death and helped get rid of her body so that her baby daddy did not get charged. But we're going to see what the trial say. I hope all of that, of course, it will all come out because they're not going to tell everybody everything that they find, right? Let's go ahead and get into this. So according to Detroit Crime Daily, a final pretrial date for the man accused of sexually. Let me put my trigger up because I feel like this might be a little trigger. All right, back to it. All right, so a final pretrial date. Why I can't talk? Get out of here, Wanda and Tisha. Damn, got me here with the thick tongue. A final pretrial date for the man accused of sexually assaulting and unaliving a Detroit teen who went missing in January of 2024 has been set. Now, Jarvis Butts was charged with sexually assaulting and unaliving 13-year-old Naziah Harris, as we all know. Harris was reported missing on January 9th of 2024. She was never seen again, and her body has not been found. Where could she be, right? Butts was bound over a circuit court in January of 2025 and is scheduled for a jury trial in February 23rd or on February 23rd of 2026. Okay. I hope that they make that a public trial on the I want to watch it. Okay. I love stuff like this. So on Friday, December the 5th, the pre-trial date was scheduled for 10:30 a.m. on January 23rd of 2026, a month before the trial officially began and more than 2 years after Harris disappeared. Now, during a court discussion, prosecutors estimated that they would have about 80 potential witnesses. Damn. While the defense estimated around 3, but it said that Butts was also charged in connection with a separate sexual assault case involving an 8-year-old relative in September. Okay. Now here's what we know about the Naziah Harris case. So let's go ahead and look at facts. Background. So on January 9th of 2024, 13-year-old Naziah Harris got off the school bus in the area of Cornwall Street and 3 Mile, which is near the intersection of Warren Avenue and Outer Drive on Detroit's east side. Said that she was never seen again. So we saw the video. Remember, they showed the video of her getting off the bus. And after that, it's believed that Jarvis Butts picked her up after that because there were previous conversations where she told him that she was pregnant and she was going to keep the baby. I think that she was too far along to get rid of the baby as well. So he was scrambling and was trying to, they're saying, give her an AB himself to get rid of this baby, but something happened. Okay. There's a lot of stories that's connected to this. I don't know, but we got to wait till trial. But anyway, let's get into it. Naziah's grandmother says that she started getting concerned when she learned that she didn't get home that night, but she waited until the morning of January 10th to report her missing to authorities. I always said that sound hella sus. How is it that you have custody of your granddaughter, okay, who is 13 years old, and she doesn't come home all day long? She comes home every day at a certain time. She gets off the bus, comes straight home, and she did not walk in the door around the time she was supposed to. Why was police not called, or why were police not called? Why were you not frantic whenever they showed the video? She did not look frantic. She did not look worried. She just looked like, oh, just another day. She didn't seem to care that her like you literally put your night clothes on and got in the bed and went to sleep. And the next morning you called police or went down to the police or to the school. She didn't call the police. She went down to the school to tell the resource officer that her granddaughter didn't come home. So it gives that you were stalling. It gives that you knew where Naziah was and what happened to her, and that you were not reporting that because you were stalling to allow whoever were involved to get rid of her body. That's just my take. All right. I watch enough crime shows to know that I feel this grandma is in on this shit. I don't care. Because he wasn't even supposed to be around Naziah. He wasn't even supposed to be around the house because of previous charges against him for sexual assault. And it was said that he sexually assaulted his own daughter, who was around the same age as Naziah. So he was there boning grandma too, because it was said that grandma was locked in rooms with Jarvis Butts, getting her back blued out as well. So do I feel like grandma was in on this in terms of helping cover up Naziah's disappearance and or unaliving? I do. I feel like they needed more time that night to do whatever it is that they were doing to get her wherever they were going to get her, after it was said that her aunt, okay, put the pause on her after finding out that she was pregnant by Jarvis, allegedly. So on the same day, Naziah went missing, said that Jarvis Butts was scheduled to turn himself in to authorities on a pow charge. However, this was pushed back to February, which gave him time. All right. So he did not have to be anywhere the next day. So he had time to go wherever he needed to go to get rid of Naziah, allegedly. So I said that Butts was charged and appeared for a preliminary examination in January 2025, when a judge will determine whether there's enough evidence to send the case to trial, which there has been, because a trial date has already been set. February 23rd of 2026. You guys see his preliminary hearing lasted days, and the judge determined that there was enough evidence for the Detroit man to stand trial. You guys also know, as I told you, that a 4 or 5 year old was also sexually violated by him and also received several STDs behind Jarvis Butts penetrating a child. Okay, we'll say it that way. All right. So I really hope that they put him under the jail. I really hope that he gets life, if not the death penalty, because he is very dangerous. He's not going to stop. This man is a predator who goes on the internet and look for women who have children so he can violate the children. He acts like he's attracted to these women, but he's really attracted to their children. And the sad thing is we have a lot of women out there who meet men on the internet and start dating them and bring them around their children, not even knowing who this person is, if they're a pedo, whatever the case may be. They could be an unaliver, pedo, whatever the case may be. But these women brought this man into their homes around their children, and look what happened. Several children, including his own birth children, he molested. So he should not see the light of day. He should not be seen out in public ever again. Jail should be where he make his final resting place. Okay. But let's get on through with this, because baby, the more I talk about it, the more upset I get, because I cannot. All right, let's get into Whoopi Goldberg going off on Trump, child. I should have put this closer to my other video about Trump, but we'll entertain it. So Whoopi Goldberg calls out Donald Trump after his comments about Rob Reiner, unaliver. Okay, let's get into it. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked.
Understand the man in that White House, because he talks so much about Charlie Kirk and caring.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly, this is what he puts out.
Mm-hmm.
Have you no shame? No shame at all?
At all.
This is can you get any lower? I don't think so. And what do you have to say about what's happened around the world? Where is our voice as Americans? Somebody's got to speak up for us. Our hearts are breaking through all of this, through Rob, through what's happened at Bondi Beach, what happened at Brown, and you don't find the time to say, as Americans, we hate what's happening. You ain't my president, man. We'll be right back. I don't understand.
I ain't mad at that. You better let him know, okay? Read his ass. Read him, okay? So we already read the comment of what Donald Trump had to say about the Greeners. It was very disrespectful, calling them Trump derangement syndrome and all the child. Oh my God, we're not gonna read that shit again. But shout out to Whoopi Goldberg for laying his ass out with that good read, okay? All right. So let's get into this next topic. I definitely got to put my trigger up for this one, because, child, when I saw this, let's leave it up, okay? When I saw this next topic, Lord, I said, ooh, child, this child here, he got some stuff going on with him. All right. Oh, y'all, pardon me. I got a little cold. Like my nose. All right. So sensitive content, of course. Let's go ahead. We have our trigger up so we can definitely discuss this. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. An Oklahoma mother speaks out after her son gets taken by DHS for throwing rocks at her car during a mental episode. Okay. Now they said that they refused to let him come home after getting severely beat while in foster care. Now, you guys know kids in foster care should not be getting spanked or anything like that. You're not supposed to physically hit or anything a child that's in foster care. You're not supposed to do that. But looks like her son was spanked or hit or something like that in foster care, and he had a episode, and upon seeing his mother, he took it out on her and began throwing rocks, breaking her windshield. She has other small children as well. We're going to read what she has to say, but her children were afraid as well with the son throwing rocks. But let's go ahead and get into it, then we'll read up on it. Maybe I would have had an episode. Throw a rock and hit my damn windshield. You know how much it costs to get a damn windshield fixed? Baby, I would have had an episode. Okay, we're gonna watch it again. So let's read up, child. Because oh Lord, child. All right, so the mother says, this is why my son is out of my home. Multiple episodes like this, and I have 3 younger kids, which you can hear them screaming in the video. She said that DHS took him out of the home after this no child neglect. He said that no abuse, just a child that needs help. Said that I have nothing else to explain if you want to know his story. Stroll, she said stroll, meaning scroll down. All the evidence is right there. She said that I'm just a mother working on trying to help my child. Regardless, she says that it's with me. If it's with me or my family. Child, you can't write. She said that my son is not being protected under DHS custody. Most kids are not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most kids are not. They just really place those kids anywhere and with anybody. And a lot of people that get into watching kids in foster homes, it's really for a check. I'm gonna be honest with you. You have some parents that are, some homes that are really good and watch these kids, but you got some parents or some foster parents out here, honey, who suck, who just don't do a damn thing. They abuse the kids. They don't feed them. Sexually assault them and everything else. All right. And put them out there, we saw, to traffic them as well. But let's go ahead and read up on this because, child, this is a lot. So an Oklahoma woman is speaking out after she claims her son was abused while in DHS custody. Shakila Tahana says that her 14-year-old son, Dakota, suffers from mental health issues and was taken into DHS custody after an outburst. Now, she says that after Dakota had an episode where he bashed out her windows using rocks as she and her other children sat in the vehicle, said that he was removed from her home. Now, after being placed in foster home, Tahana claims that Dakota got into an altercation with someone at the home, resulting in him being hospitalized. Now, it says in photos she posted online, you can see the child with 2 swollen eyes, a busted nose, and busted lip. Says that there is currently no word on what happened to initiate the alleged. Oh, damn. Sorry, y'all. The hell? Y'all, I'm sorry. Let's go back and show it. Let's go back and show it. Because, baby, he is out of control. My bad. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. We still have our turn. Sorry, y'all.
Record him.
Okay, so y'all see he's having an episode. I'm asking myself, is he on some type of medication? If not, he should be. Whoever's watching him, the foster parents should make sure that he is on. If he's not already been diagnosed with something, he needs to definitely be on medication to mild him out some Paxil or something. I don't know. To kind of mellow him out to where he is not this aggressive and to where they have to put hands on him to control him, because it gives that he's very violent. He's got some very big rocks in his hands. And what's to say that he wouldn't have attacked his mother or put hands on her if she would have gotten out of that car? I'm glad she stayed in the car and hopefully she had them damn doors locked because he is a big child. But it said after being placed in foster home, that Tahana claims that Dakota got into an altercation, as we just said, where he has swollen eyes, 2 swollen eyes, busted nose, and swollen lip. Said that there's currently no word on what happened to initiate the alleged physical altercation, that Dakota and someone in the foster home, but says that Tahana is not having it. Girl, your son is crazy. Said that she claims that after the incident that she went to the hospital and spoke with DHS agents who refused to let Dakota come home. Said that they're acting as if I did this to him. She says in a Facebook post, so Tahana went to say that her son has been suffering from mental health issues for a while and that it has only gotten worse. She claims that she was initially supposed to receive treatment when he was removed from her home, but in the past, but it never happened. Says now she says that she's doing everything in her power to get her son home. He might not need to come home because you see this aggression unless he's on medication. I would not let him come home yet until they put him on something that's going to mellow him out. He is hella aggressive. And it seems that the children, you have smaller children as well. You don't want him to take his anger out on your smaller children and do something to hurt them because you're in a hurry and want your son to come home. And every mother loves their son. I get that, but he is hella aggressive. If he's throwing rocks at your car, what's to say he ain't gonna throw them at you next or at one of your children and bust them upside the head? Like, hell no. That's a dangerous situation, baby. So it says that she has now launched a GoFundMe in an attempt to raise money to obtain an Oklahoma lawyer. Tahana says that she believes that she can get her son mental health stabilized and refuses to let him remain in DHS custody until he turns 18. What do you guys think about that? Do we have anyone in my chat who works closely with DHS or work with problematic children in terms of some insight on what you guys would think should happen in this? For me, I used to work with kids a long time ago as a habilitative technician. I would not allow this child back into the home because he does pose a danger, not just to the mother, but to the younger children. Okay, if he has mental health issues, like anything could happen. We see kids all the time that unalive their siblings when they have an episode. So if he's not on any type of medication to kind of keep his mind kind of regulated and to mellow him out to where he is not as of aggressive and acting out in this way, I would not suggest he be back in the home. I mean, right? What do y'all think? He definitely needs meds and therapy, like super fast. All right, so let's get into some other things that they're saying here. My apologies for not sharing, guys. I got so much going on this morning. Jesus. This person is just pretty much checking the mom. Okay, I ain't about to read all this shit because, baby, we got to finish our show. So the mom is pretty much saying that he is 14 and she will not let him stay in DHS until he is 18. Says that they're supposed to get him some services and get him home before he came home last go round. Before he came home last go round, they failed to do so. So it's giving that they're telling the mother that they're going to be giving him some type of services, and when it's time for the services to be given, they're not doing it. So she's becoming very frustrated in the system not assisting her in what they need to assist her in as related to him and his mental issues and the therapy that he needs. So now she's seeking outside for a GoFundMe for the money to get a lawyer to help, I guess, initiate this process. That's what it's giving. Okay. But if you guys want to read up more on it, go on over to Neighborhood Talk. That's where we found it. Okay. Let's move along. We can take down our trigger warning banner. Ooh, child. All right, so we've been talking about Russell Simmons and Kimora Lee Simmons, child. They are still fighting. We're going to hit it and quit it this topic because we've already discussed it, but there is an update, so we're going to talk about it. Let's go ahead and share before I forget. Oh my goodness. Shout out to the 343 watching. Kimora Lee Simmons responds back to Russell Simmons. She's telling him, answer your accusers. Y'all know he has several accusers of women that came out to say that they were sexually violated by him, which is why he now lives in Bali, where he cannot be extradited to face these charges. So, of course, Russell Simmons says to her after she says in another post that he does not see his kids or interact with them, and pretty much that he's a sucky baby daddy. So he says to her, and I told you guys yesterday, I gave you $50,000 a month for 20 years. I was your best and only friend. He goes on to say that I'm the godfather to your 3 kids, or other 3 kids rather. Says until one day you stole my stock. He goes on to say that I've been fighting for my kids' love and my bread ever since. So you threatened that if I sued you, that I would never speak to my kids again. There are 2 sides to every story. Okay. So then Kimora then responds after he went off on her to expose her for stealing his money. She said that my girls are grown women, and they are. So if they want to have a relationship, they can. But let's not forget about the video where Russell Simmons was interacting with his daughter and screaming to the top of his lungs to his daughter, Aoki, I think that's her name, Aoki Lee. He was screaming at her and pretty much left her stranded somewhere and refused to send her money. So she chose not to have a relationship with him for quite some time. So I don't know what their relationship is now. But she says, my girls are grown, says that you know these are lies. Why are you typing from thousands of miles away in a non-extradition country? Go negotiate and answer your accusers. Ooh. Pretty much telling him, hey, why you worried about me up over here and how I'm parenting our kids that you don't damn come home and see, because you can't come home and see because they're gonna get your ass at the airport. She said, hey, go answer to the women who are constantly coming out and saying that you violated them while you're hiding out over in Bali. That's pretty much what she's saying. Damn. What y'all think about that? That was a nice clap back. We know his ass ain't gonna come to the States and definitely not gonna answer to any of those charges because he knows his ass is going to jail if he does. But let's continue on. We have another update. Let's keep this train rolling, honey. We have another update. So yesterday I told you guys, while we're speaking about Kimora Lee Simmons, Funk Master Flex came out and did a live in terms of saying that Kimora Lee Simmons was smashing rapper DaBaby. So now DaBaby, y'all heard him come out and say, look, you need to fix this because I ain't never slept with no damn Kimora Lee Simmons. That's defamation like a mother sucker. So he told Funk Master Flex, you better come back and fix this and or retract your statement about that because now you lying on me. So Funk Master Flex, as you guys can see here, he has come back to say he was not talking about DaBaby. He was talking about baby, meaning Birdman, okay? He says, wait, I'm talking about at Birdman, baby, not DaBaby, okay? So he's saying that is who Kimora Lee Simmons was smashing I want to say maybe back in the day, a few weeks ago. I don't know. He didn't give a timeline, but he did put out there that Kimora was smashing Birdman. I don't know who wants to smash Birdman besides Tony Braxton. I mean, I don't even think she's smashing him. I think that's a whole business marriage, if you ask me. But so he did come back and retract what he had to say about the baby, because he sounded like he was ready to put pause on Funk Master Flex, and he hurried up and came right on back and cleared it up. Okay.
Hey, I just seen my face and my name attached to some shit. Out of respect for the woman, you know what I'm saying, who goddamn they speaking on, I felt the need to come clear that shit up. That is 1,000% false. OG, I don't know what the hell you got going on, or what even made you goddamn feel comfortable enough to goddamn throw my name out there so loosely like that. But that ain't true. I'm looking forward to seeing you clear that up. I'm disappointed. I'm looking forward to you clearing that up.
So as you guys can see, he's telling him to clear it up. That's something that never happened between me and Kimora, but he did clear it up and verify that it was baby, meaning Birdman is who he was talking about, and not rapper the baby. Okay, so that's it, and that's all. I don't even care no more. Let's get into some information about Teyana Taylor and her now ex-husband, who I felt was a whole hater. Okay, Amon Shumpert, I feel like he was a whole hater. But we're gonna go ahead and do a rundown of what Teyana Taylor received in her divorce from him, which is probably why he's so bitter and now he's putting hands on women still. We just talked about him, I want to say a week ago, where the police had to be called to his home because a young woman called the police on him for putting pause on her. Now, granted, she was asked to leave his home and she declined to do so, and he aggressively put his hands on her. She says that he aggressively pushed her or something to that effect. But so that's still an open case, so we're gonna leave that alone. But let's get into what it said Teyana Taylor received in this divorce, because it said that Amon did step out and cheat, which caused the divorce. This is another situation almost like Candy and Ty, where they had threesomes and all of that as well, inviting other people into the bedroom, but that was their thing. But let's get into what it says. After finalizing their divorce, basketballer Amon Shumpert will give his wife Teyana Taylor over $25 million. Do we even have that? Now it says that $10 million in cash is what she will receive. 4 houses worth $10 million. Damn. Luxury cars, a Maybach worth $300K, a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter worth $80K, and a tour bus worth $700K is what she will receive. She will also retain full ownership to her own companies, even after taking 75% of her husband's wealth. Damn. It goes on to say that Amon Shumpert will be paying $8,000 in child support every month and paying for his kids' tuition and hospital bills. Damn, is she paying anything? Shit. So Amon Shumpert registered his entire fortune to a joint account with his wife when they were married, and now it says that he's left with just about $2 million and no house to stay. So that doesn't seem fair that she would get 4 houses and he wouldn't get any. It would seem that they would split it and say, you get 2, you get 2. But it looks like she had a pretty good attorney, because she came out really good, where she's getting $8K a month for their 2 children. Y'all know they have 2 daughters, 4 houses, cars, and all of these things, plus $25 million. Damn, so she broke his ass down like a 57 Chevy in that bitch. So no wonder he is out here mad and crashing out. I'll be crashing out too if I had to pay that out. But shout out to Teyana for girl, who is your attorney? Okay. Candy, you might want to call and get Teyana's attorney, because baby, she racked up. Okay. But shout out to you, girl. What y'all think about that? I don't think that was 100% fair, because I'll be honest with you, even though he did cheat and step out, I do feel that he still has to survive as well. But hey, it is what it is. The law is the law, and that is their ruling. Moving right along. We haven't talked about Dr. Umar in a minute. He is coming after 50 Cent. I was like, okay, y'all know how 50 Cent is. Everybody come after 50 Cent. Your ass gonna wind up in a documentary, Dr. Umar, because won't you just into it with your daughter, who she says that she ain't seen on or talk to you, and you ain't never took care of her and all of that, but you over here talking about black women's rights and all of that, but you don't have the right to take your ass over there and take care of your child. Miss us. But Dr. Umar says the 50 Cent's Diddy documentary is self-hatred disguised as community service. He argues that black accountability should not mean selective exposure. So I've talked about quite a few celebrities who were not in favor of this documentary in terms of saying that 50 Cent was wrong to snitch on Diddy. And then we've heard a lot that say, hey, the documentary is very well, and about time Diddy's ass get exposed. I feel that way. I'm happy that Diddy was exposed, but let's get into what Dr. Umar had to say. Shout out to It's On Site.
I saw the Diddy documentary. Here's what I'm going to say about the Diddy documentary. And I have no problem with black people holding black people accountable. I'm having a problem with black people needing to expose black people that in-depthly.
Yeah.
But you never expose white people who do things to black people. The Roman Catholic Church has taken advantage of way more children than R. Kelly allegedly did.
Right.
Are you following me?
I'm following you.
Jeffrey Epstein has taken advantage of way more women than Sean Combs allegedly did. But where is the documentary on Epstein by black people? Where's the documentary on the Roman Catholic Church excesses on black people? You see what I'm saying? So to me, the 50 Cent documentary, again, respect the 50, no issues there. It is an example of self-hatred disguised as community service. You see how that go? It looks like community service. No, it's not. That's self-hate. I saw the Diddy documentary. Here's what I'm going to say about the Diddy documentary.
Again, he's always loud when he's speaking about something that he really shouldn't even be speaking on. Okay. I think your biggest issue, Dr. Umar, is that you think because you say something so loud that you're always right. Again, I feel that 50 Cent should have definitely exposed the fuck out of Diddy. A person like him who's been doing stuff that he's been doing since the 90s, violating women, he definitely should have blown the whistle on his ass. Okay. And you are no better because you do not respect women. You don't even take care of your fucking kids. So I'm inclined not to hear anything that Dr. Umar has to say. Miss me with this black power bullshit and all that. Miss me with the Black Lives Matter and all that when it comes to him, because you, sir, what charity begins at home and then that shit spreads abroad. Like, you cannot speak on any type of rights when you don't handle your own business within your household. Your daughter has been on social media crying her eyes out and talking about how you, sir, do not take care of her, and you were living with your own mother and not really taking care of her as well. So you seem to be this person who poses as this individual who likes to stand up for black people and have this voice for the black people, but you don't take care of your own. So I don't want to hear shit you got to say on my platform or any other platform, because at the end of the day, you don't take care of your kids. I don't have shit to say. I'm not applauding you for anything, even if you've done some things great for the black people. Okay, thank you for that, but no thank you, okay? Right person, wrong messenger. Right message, wrong messenger. That's what this gives right here, okay? Take care of your fucking kids. Build a relationship with your daughter, okay? A father is a daughter's first love. So you have not connected and or bonded with your daughter, and you don't have a great relationship with her mother, I hear, as well. So for you to get on platforms and be going off on 50 Cent for exposing a nigga who violate women, when you say you support women's rights, fuck out of here. That's what I gotta say about that. How do you support women and women's rights when you apply a nigga who traffic women? Because that's exactly what Diddy was doing, whether he was found guilty of it or not. The nigga was trafficking women, stomping women out in hotels, punching women, dragging women. And you're sitting on a platform when you say you support women, but then you are clapping loudly for a nigga who don't. Like, miss me with that. I cannot. No, let me get him way off my screen, baby. Okay? No. Hell no, not on my platform, you won't. Let's move along. Now, I wanted to show this. Let me go ahead and put this up. I had this topic here that I wanted to put up, and I forgot. So I'm going to put it up right here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I can't. You don't take care of your kids, nigga, get out of here. Get out of here. You don't have a relationship with your daughter. She crying, begging you to reach out to her. And you sitting your ass on a platform talking about, why are you talking about Diddy? Why are you exposing? Nigga, get out of here. Your ass need to be exposed. I have one more topic too I want to put up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Where is it? Y'all gonna gag when y'all hear about this. Because, baby, when I saw this, I said, I know you lying. But then again, and I want to talk about this for educational purposes, because we definitely got to get into this. All right. Let's put it here since we already talked about it. All right. Because I keep seeing a lot of our young boys walking around with their pants down by their butt. And we need to educate them on what this really means. All right. Let's go ahead and get this up. I want to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but I didn't put it up. We're going to damn talk about it today, though. Give me 1 second. So y'all will understand what that look means. I don't let my son walk around with his pants down like that. I mean, if you don't pull that shit up. All right. Let's go get you a belt right now. All right. So let's go ahead and share this, and then we're going to let me put my trigger up. We might need a trigger up for that one. All right. Let's get a trigger. Let's get a trigger. All right. Boom. Okay. So let's talk about this topic because this is for educational purposes, YouTube. All right. All right. So let's get it up. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Because we got to learn a little bit of Black history. We won't talk about a lot of Black history over here, but we want to talk about it this morning because I want to educate parents. If you see your kids walking around with their pants down, hanging off their butt, okay, this is where it came from. Okay, y'all ready? Shout out to Lil Larry Hoover. So it said that homosexuality, we got to say it that way, has been around for centuries. Now, in slavery, the term buck breaking was the practice of using sexual violence as punishment for slave men. So our slaved men back in the day were violated by the master or people who were over them as a form of punishment. Did you guys know that? Now, once a plantation owner violates the Black man, he then turns around and uses it as a way to control the slave. Y'all hear this? Now, before the slave was sold off, he would sag his pants to let the next master know that the slave had already been broken in. Y'all hear this? Now, said that this went on for centuries. Said that once the slave was introduced to the penitentiaries and jailhouses, the warden would already know who was buck broken from the sagging of the pants. Okay, so this is where it came from. Now, some of the jail wardens were homosexuals as well. And they said that sagging is derived from the N word spelled backwards. Okay. Did y'all understand that? I'm saying it again. Sagging is derived from the N word spelled backwards. Okay. N-I-G-G-A's, S-A-G-G-I-N. Okay. So many of today's youth does not fully understand the term sagging, but for those who does, said that they know that the sagging is an invitation or an expression that they or hey, I am ready. Okay. Yeah. Did y'all know that? Our slaved Black men were gang R-worded as a form of punishment, okay? Versus like maybe whipping them with a whip or something back in the day, they would violate them. Because y'all know that is the worst. That is the worst type of punishment to a man. Because men have this thing called pride. They have this thing called manhood. So once that's violated by another man, like that's like a whole slap in the face. Like there's no coming back from that. So this has been going on for quite some time. So parents, please educate your sons and your whoever's walking around with sagging. It's a way of saying, hey, I'm ready, is what they're pretty much saying. It's an invitation. You are walking around showing your butt to other people. And I've seen like some real bad sag. I've seen like where you don't see nothing but draws when a person walk by. And I just be like, this is some disrespectful shit. But as parents, we have to teach our kids and educate them because a lot of them don't know. They just see it as a form of style, like, oh, this is hip, this is cool. But they don't really understand where it derived from. It derived from our Black men, our powerful Black men who were enslaved back in the day. Buck breaking is what they called it, the term they used back then. But it was a form of punishment, and they were made to walk around with their pants that way so that when they were sold to the next master, they would know that they were already violated, okay, or buck broken, okay. So definitely say you make them pull them. Yes, honey, make these kids pull them pants up because that is not something that you should be proud of. And that's definitely not a style. That was something that our Black men were made to do. Okay, so I definitely want to talk about that. So parents, make them pull them up. All right, get them up. That's not cute at all. It's not cute. I don't like it. All right, so we can take trigger down. Definitely want to talk about that. Okay. That's a little educational moment. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? All right, so let's get into this. So a woman gets caught stealing the general manager's wallet on camera while she's interviewing for a job. So imagine going somewhere interviewing for a job and you see the person that's interviewing you, they have their purse down. You don't went into their damn pocketbook, their purse rather, and took their damn wallet, and your ass is sitting there on camera doing it. All right, so they said that you can't make this ish up. How do you go in for an interview and steal the general manager's wallet out of her purse? Let's get into it, y'all. Because this person here didn't have no shame. Shout out to the bitch gossip.
I don't care. Bitch, I'm beating your ass when I'm on site. I'm calling her now. Bitch, I'm beating your ass on site. Yeah. Oh, pull up to the stove. That. Pull up. I want the bitch to pull up. So bring it back. Hold on. And I won't call the cops.
Oh, man.
Oh, we got that 50 for them gamma 11. She need to have that money. She need them gammas. I don't care.
So she's there for an interview and she's sitting there. Now, I don't think I would have left my purse out, you know, like that. I mean, you're supposed to put your purse in like a locked drawer or somewhere where someone can't just go into it. But this girl sat here by this purse and obviously she needs a job. She's broke. So she decided to go into this person's purse and steal their wallet. And she's right there on camera. So it looks like she took the wallet out, laid it down, went through the wallet to see. Maybe she saw some money, looked like she was counting something or digging through to take something out. But she was caught on camera, and I'm pretty sure her ass was arrested for that. Okay. But what y'all think about that? The audacity of you. Move right along. All right. We talked about yesterday. A lot of people have stopped going to church because church has become more of a production, more of a business for a lot of pastors out there. But this particular pastor here, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. So a pastor tells his congregation that someone must donate $10,000 in 90 seconds for God to make them a multi-millionaire. Okay. He then calls for 30 more people to line up and give $200. Okay. I enjoy going to church, but what I don't like is when I get there, all they're talking about is money. If all they're preaching about is money, I'm probably going to gather my things and leave. Okay. I mean, yes, God does love a cheerful giver. But when they're only talking about money this, money that, I need 10 people to come up and give $1,000. I don't like that. Like, what is going on? Let's get into this video, child. Shout out to It's On Site.
For my request. And I've not done this in probably 20 years ago. But Lord said, I want to make a multi-millionaire out of someone, but they have to sow $10,000.
No, he didn't.
He said, and they have to do that within 90 seconds. If you're going to do it, get it now, write the check. If you do this, God said, I'm going to make you a multi-millionaire. There's a person in here. You sold that within 90 seconds. It should be less than that. God said, I'm going to show you my face. And I'm going to show you who I am. And for the rest of your days, everywhere the sole of your feet shall trod, you shall possess the land. And everything kalasupa, and everything your hand shall touch. I need 30 of you to get the $200. The person, if you're going to sow the 10,000, you will bring it up to Pastor Rockmore.
Pastor must have had a nice vacation he trying to go on. I don't think the Lord is telling you to tell your people that. I just don't. And you have a lot of people that fall for stuff like this. I did not like when Marvin Sapp did it in his church, telling people to hold the doors, close the doors, and he tried to come back and explain the shit. No. You have a lot of people that's really going through some shit, and they be like, oh my God, if I could just get to church today, I can get me a good blessing, I can hear me a good word and get through the rest of the week, or whatever the issue is. Somebody might be about to get put out of their home. They just need to get there and get a good word or feel the spirit a little bit, just something, hear a nice song from the choir, and they get there and they hear this. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of these churches who always preaching about money don't even help the congregation and the people that come to their church to put $1, $10, $100 in the damn offering tray. You got people coming to church with their lights out. People don't have gas in their car to get to church or put their last $10 in to get there, and they have to hear this. Church has become a production, and I'm not trying to deter anyone from going to church, because there are a lot of great churches out there that really preach about God, that are really on the up and up. The pastors are really living the life that they should live. But we have some scamming ass pastors out here too. They're sleeping with women in the congregation, impregnating women in their congregation, sleeping with men, stealing from the church, doing a lot of things that they should not be doing. Okay, I say it all the time. I grew up in church my entire life, Church of God in Christ. Okay. Yes, God. It boils me. I would be afraid to be standing behind a pulpit to speak over people when, if you were called to do something, because not everybody's been called to be a pastor and or a preacher. Not everybody. You got some people up there just doing it because they know they're going to get a nice bag out of it. But for you to be called to stand up on a pulpit or behind a podium and speak to people and speak life over people, and then you live the type of life that you live that's very contrary towards against the Bible, that's a dangerous place to be in. Okay, because you're going to get it worse than the person that actually commit the actual sin, because you know the way, but you don't go the way. But then you scrutinize others who don't do it when you're doing worse. But then again, I don't go to churches that only preach about money. It's more to that. The love of money is the root of all evil. It's in a good book. Okay. Read your Bible, you know that. Why are you trying to pimp people out of $10,000 in 90 seconds? That is a scam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I say this all the time. If God told this pastor to do that, and he will lay it on your heart first. If God tell you to do anything, or if God is telling the pastor to do anything, he's going to co-sign that by telling you first. Like, how am I coming to sit in your church and I don't know today that I got to give $1,000? Like, if the Lord said that, I'm pretty sure he's going to lay it on my heart first. He's going to condition me and prepare me for this huge gift that I'm supposed to be giving to this church or to whomever I'm supposed to give it to, prior to you standing behind this podium and just out of the blue in 90 seconds. Like, that's not the way God works. It's not. But if people don't read their Bible and become very in tune with God, and you pray and have a relationship, yourself, and not just listen to what the pastor or anybody else in your church say, and you amen and everything they say before they say it, then you get got like this. Okay. But I disagree. Let's keep going.
Bishop, and you will get your release in Jesus' name. Everyone else get $200. I want you to do it, women, especially who've had a difficult moment, and get in the center aisle. I will not beg, but I will not stop till there's 30 there as fast as possible. Or my request.
That's begging. I will not stop. But you hear this? I will not stop until there's 30. This is a scam. Beware. Okay, so it said a pastor tells the congregation that he knows someone in the room is supposed to donate $10,000 within 90 seconds, saying that God will make that person a multi-millionaire. Okay, and then goes on to say that he needs 30 more people to give $200, specifically calling out women who've had a different or difficult moment and saying that they should still sow into the church. So if they're having a difficult moment, as we just talked about, whether they are single mothers, whatever the case may be, a single mother may not be able to afford $200. So does that mean that she will not be blessed by God because she don't get in line with the other 30 people to give $200 to you on this particular Sunday? Okay. You are only responsible for your tithes and offering, whatever your tithes is, which is 10% above whatever it is that you earn. Okay. And then whatever offering you choose to give. If they choose to give $1, then that's just what it is. If they don't work, then they don't have 10% to give. So it's not fair to pimp people out of their last dime so that you can live a luxurious life. Okay, I'm pretty sure you sped off in a nice little Escalade, with a body kit on it and the nice blackout rims, okay, and pulled up into your nice 3-car garage with your lights on and the heat pumping, with a nice little cozy fireplace running by the time you walked in there, with probably a chef had already prepared your dinner after Sunday service, whereas you have other people that are standing at the bus stop freezing cold waiting for the bus to get there with their children, and when they get home they don't have no lights on, nor do they have any food to eat, and you just ask them to give you money when you don't even need it. How about you bless somebody with $200? We don't see that regularly. I see a lot of churches who ask for money, but I don't see a lot of churches giving money. I mean, it is better to give than to receive. That's what the Bible say, right? I'm just saying a lot of people don't like to hear that, but it is better to give. You get blessed more when you give to a person versus begging. That's what people need to understand. You go into a church and that's all they're talking about, money. Get out of there. Okay. This is why the Lord turned the tables over in the church, because of a mess like this. All right. Let's move along. While we're talking about the church, I like this person right here, Pastor Geno Jenkins. We talked about him before on my channel, and everything that he's getting ready to say, I co-sign. All right. I feel like as women, it's nothing wrong with being sexy, but there's a fine line between being sexy and 304-ish, if you will. Okay. I don't feel like a person or a man should be able to see every single solitary piece of skin that you own. I feel like you can be sexy and withhold some of the things that you have, because we have a lot of women that's thickums out there. I'm thick, but I know how to dress to where I'm not showing everything to where a man feel like he can walk up to me and disrespect me. Okay, so as women, we got to kind of pull it back. You know, summertime is get ready to be here. We got a lot of women that's, you know, working out, trying to get their bodies right so that they can. It's okay. It's okay to wear a little shorty shorts. I wear them, but my booty cheeks don't be out. Not in public. Okay, I wear that shit around the house, but when I go outside, I present myself as such. If you want to be respected, you have to present yourself to be respected, right? Let's get into what he had to say. I love this. So Pastor Geno Jenkins says Christian women and non-Christian women should not look the same. Be in the world, but not of the world, right? Let's get into what he had to say. Then we're going to read.
A Christian woman and a woman that's not saved are not supposed to look the same, act the same, be the same. The Bible speaks plain. If any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things have passed away. So if old things have passed away, why would any decent woman want to walk the street with her breasts hanging out? Why is it all right to do? Why would any decent woman want to walk the streets with shorts so short, everything in the shorts is out the shorts? What is so decent about it? To have your 10-year-old daughter, your 12-year-old daughter, your 13-year-old daughter looking like a prostitute. What is so decent about it? What is so decent about the women half naked in the club and you come into church and they look the same way on the choir, on the playing the instruments, being ushers? What is so decent about it? You mean to tell me we're living in a society that's upset with me because I'm encouraging our women to put clothes on? That's the height of ignorance. A Christian woman and a woman that's not saved are not supposed to look the same, act the same, be the same. The Bible speaks plain. If any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things have passed away. So if old things have passed away, why would any decent woman want to walk the street with her breasts hanging out?
Period.
Why is it all right to do? Why would any decent woman want to walk the streets with shorts so short, everything in the shorts is out the shorts?
I agree. I feel like you present yourself in the way you want to be seen as. Okay? You have a lot of men out here who are R-worders. And I'm not saying that a woman deserves to be violated because of the way she dresses. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you present yourself in how you want to be seen. All right? I got some shit downstairs that's probably not good to wear outside, but I can wear it in my home. I think we need to know the difference in terms as women, how we present ourselves. If you're looking for a good man, don't dress sluttish if you want the man to see you as a woman or treat you as a woman. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Am I right? I don't know who I'm talking to. I just feel like a lot of times we as women, sometimes I think that we feel that we have to show something in order to get a certain reaction out of a man. I grew up kind of old school. Y'all know that. I feel like a man should earn your time. A man should earn the type of woman that you are and learn you first. Okay. I don't do one night stands. That's not my thing. I feel like get to know me first and then we'll go there if that's what I choose to do. But at the end of the day, as women, okay, I feel like we need to kind of pull it back and teach our daughters as well, because we have a lot of teenage girls that are shaped very curvaceous like a grown-ass woman. I don't know what they put in the food nowadays, child, but these girls out here got more hips, boobs, all of that. Hips, butt, all that. More than a grown-ass woman out here. And we have to teach our kids, our daughters especially, how to dress and not be provocative at a young age so that you don't attract the wrong attention, all right? If you're looking for women that say they're looking for a godly man, yes, it is appealing to a man to see a woman when she's walking around, she got a nice big butt. But if half of your butt is hanging out, then it's like you sending a different message to said man, like, yeah, I'm advertising this, like, yeah, you can touch it, yeah, you can get it. But then when they approach in that way, then you feel offended by that when you presented yourself as the person who, y'all feel where I'm coming from? Leave something to the imagination. We have a lot of curvaceous women out there, and that's okay. I just feel like you should kind of dial it back a little bit as women. Let's be women. I think we've gotten away from being women, and social media has made it so comfortable for women to feel like they can just be thought monsters out here, just dressing any kind of way with all your boobs out, with, you know, with all your butt hanging out. And, you know, it's okay. If you work out, you want to show your body off a little bit curvy. It's okay. But leave some things to the imagination so that you don't attract the wrong attention. We've seen a lot of trafficking. We've seen a lot of people getting R-worded, a lot of women coming up missing, a lot of women being disrespected by men because they feel like, hey, well, you dressing this way, so I can approach you in this way. I can talk to you in this way. I can call it, like, we got men that just, the B word just fly out of their mouth. Like, why do you feel comfortable approaching me versus walking up to me and saying, hey, Miss Lady, what is your name? Versus automatically calling me a bitch. That's not my name. My mother didn't name me bitch. Now, I've been known to be a bitch, but I feel like if you want a man to, or be approached by anyone, if you want to be seen as someone respected, then you have to give that, okay? Show that, present yourself in that way. So shout out to Pastor Geno Jenkins. I love him. I watch him. I still watch, what's my other guy that I like to watch? I can't even remember his name, child. Damn. Anyway, but yeah, I do like Geno Jenkins, okay? Gilbert Earl Patterson, I still watch him as well. Gilbert Earl Patterson, I love him. He's passed away, but I still go back and look at some of his older videos. That man, I say, I know that man went to heaven, baby, because the way he be preaching and teaching, I love it. I love it. I still watch him. But let's continue on. And while we're talking about disrespect in terms of women, and that's why I put this post right after this. You guys know who this person is. OT Genesis is a rapper. Very disrespectful. This shit right here. So an influencer named Isabella Grayes, okay, alleges that rapper OT Genesis spit in her face after she rejected his advances during a night out in Miami. Okay, now a woman has a right to date and or give a man any attention that she chooses. If she chooses that she's not attracted to you or interested in you, she should be able to say so and be like, yeah, no, thank you. But if she says that, should a man and spit in your face as a form of disrespect? Like, let's get into this, because I was just like, I know you damn lying. So she says, a man named OT Genesis approached me while I was out celebrating my best friend's 25th birthday. He began flirting with me while I was on the phone. I tried to remain polite and avoid conflict, but the interaction quickly became uncomfortable and inappropriate. He began telling me unsolicited and disturbing details about his past, including selling crack. So if you're trying to get to know a woman, you just come right out and tell her, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a rapper and I used to sell crack too. Like, why would that be appealing to her? So it says that when I firmly told him to leave me alone and get away from me, he spit in my face. Now that is the ultimate disrespect. Now, I don't promote violence in any way, shape, or form, but if anyone ever spit in my face, it's up and stuck. Okay, I'm just saying that is the nastiest. And just understand that is also a violation. Okay, your ass will go to jail for that. Okay, that is assault. That is seen as assault. If someone spit in your face, that is assault. Your ass will go to jail, but not before your ass get beat. Especially if you do that shit to me. I don't play like that at all. Like, we can have a disagreement, but if you ever hawk and spit in my face, I got to put the pause upon you. So they said that this was a misunderstanding. It was intentional, humiliating, and violating. She goes on to say that I was left in tears and felt completely unsafe. I hope she called the police on his ass. Witnesses around me identified him afterwards and provided me with his name. Said that no one should ever be treated this way. She said, I did not go out to be harassed or assaulted. She said that I went out to celebrate my friend. This experience ruined the night and left me feeling shaken long after. Okay. She says, what happened to me should never happen to anyone. OT Genesis. She adds him and at, what is that? Vendom at Miami. So what do y'all think about that? Very disrespectful. Anybody have somebody spit in their face? Child, I can't even say what I would do. I can't even say. I think my hood side would definitely come out. And I think I would really go off on a person if they ever spat in my face. Thank God that God has never put me in a situation where that has ever happened to me. Thank God. Because, oh Lord. So what y'all think? Y'all go ahead and sound off on that again.
Allegedly.
Per. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Per. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This shit's so funny. But sound off on what y'all think. This woman here was just minding her business out with her friends, and OT Genesis, who is a rapper, obviously thinking he can pull any woman he wants to because he got a big chain on and people know him as being this well-known rapper, and he felt that he could pull her. She's a beautiful girl, no homo. But she turned down his advances, and he became, I guess he started feeling himself and spat in her face. Like, is this what we're doing in 2025 when a woman is out and about trying to have a good time? She's dressed to the nines. And you walk up to her and you spit your game and she's like, fuck out of here. Like, no. Okay. Your approach is everything when you're approaching a woman, because not everybody want to be hearing that hood lingo bullshit. You have a lot of women out there that have that old school mentality and want a man to approach them respectfully. So if you walking up here, you fine ass bitch. If you on that and she turn you down, then you deserve it. But that does not negate you walking up to her and just spitting in her face. So hopefully she pressed charges on his ass with his ugly self. Y'all know he has a baby with the one of the twin girls. Y'all know Malika and Khadijah, the girls that were in the movie T.I. Child. She got a baby with him, and the little boy looks just like him. All right, so not calling the baby ugly, but the daddy is damn sure ugly. Let's get into our reality TV talk, okay? Yeah, we got to get. Let's get into reality TV talk. That's the part of the show I love. I love the reality part of the show. All right, so we talked about Dr. Simone yesterday going off on Cecil, which is her husband, and her two grown adult sons who have this idea that she's supposed to pay for everything because she is the doctor in the house. She's the moneymaker in the home, okay? Mind you, Cecil is a real estate agent. He brings in coins as well. So it sounds like Simone is taking on more of the financials because of her paycheck, her bigger paycheck from the two. So let's get into what she had to say. Shout out to Bravo. Watch What Happens Live. Let's go. Hopefully, I don't got to edit this out.
Let's start with young Michael. Michael, when you said the line, you have a lot of money in relation to your mom paying for law school, etc., you had to know that you were going to get verbally castigated by your mom for that. Am I right?
Yeah.
The second the words came out of your mouth, right?
Last 5 minutes, next 5 minutes, I was like, that was probably not the right thing to say.
Right. And what is the status now with his pursuit of the next level of education?
He's applying to law school. He will enter in fall of 2026. I continue to talk to him about a budget.
Okay.
He doesn't want to meet with me about a budget.
Okay. All right. So this is a developing story that is ongoing. Let's start with young Michael.
So once again, Simone, you have folded and allowed your son to manipulate you into, once again, paying for his school. Again, now she told him in the clip, which I will not play again because I had to edit it out, that she wanted him to get some student loans, okay, and then work, which I feel like he should do that because that's what regular schmegular people do. You want to go to college? Go get you some student loans, honey, and get you a job and make payments towards those student loans until you pay them off if you want to further your education. Now, granted, he has already graduated once, so he decided to go back to go to law school. That's going to be very expensive. It's going to be very, very expensive. So do I feel like Simone should pay for that? Hell no. Again, he doesn't want to stay on campus. He wants to stay in his own apartment because he feels like a privileged, rich child. Okay. He said, mama's on TV. She's getting that TV money and she's making that good money over there at her doctor's office. So yeah, I feel like I should be in on that. I feel like Simone needs to put her foot down with her grown adult boys and tell them they need to get some fucking jobs and pay your own way. Now, if you need me to assist you in between, I can do that. But in terms of me paying your entire way through college, I will not do it. I will not do it. I don't care what the white people do. And if the white people want to do it and their kids be out here and don't do a damn thing after they graduate college, but give their parents a headache, good for them. But I feel like, Simone, you're kind of the problem here because you're not giving your son the right message here. Okay, you can't tell him at one time you screaming to the top of your lungs where you about to break down and cry that you're tired of this and you're not going to do this, and then you turn around and do it because now they know how to manipulate you. Now they know that when mama gets screaming and hollering and saying she ain't gonna do shit, we're gonna let mama calm down, and when she come to her senses, she gonna still pay that shit. That's what it's given. And I feel like you're not raising your sons to be responsible young men because guess what? When they become older and get a wife, the wife that they choose gonna have to raise your son. I'm saying it right here. You raising fuck niggas. They're gonna be educated fuck niggas, but they're gonna be problems for the next woman. Because they're gonna be expecting their woman to treat them like you've treated them, Simone, to give them everything. Ain't nothing wrong with giving your kids everything. Nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, she needs to kind of, tighten up the reins and kind of back up a little bit and allow them to be men. He feels entitled. He feels that every single solitary dime that his mother makes, that he is entitled to that. That he doesn't have to work, that he can stay off campus and she's going to pay the rent. And whatever the case may be, if he don't pay his car payment, mama's going to pay it. He can go and sweet talk daddy because he knows that daddy's going to always be on their side versus Simone's. She said that in the show. Yeah, you're going to have to change that because they are going to be a problem for the next woman. That's why we got a lot of fuck niggas running around, because we have women, and nothing against nobody in my chat. I don't think nobody in my chat did that. But women who don't raise their sons properly to be independent young men. Okay? You're raising them for the next woman to have to come in and deal with their bullshit. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. Exactly what you're doing. They want a wife. When you get to the point, your girlfriend, the same way. They're going to expect the girlfriend to do everything for them, and they're not going to feel like they're going to have to do anything, including taking out the trash. Because they weren't made to do it before. You're raising entitled fuck boys. Disrespectful. He's disrespectful. Y'all put in there what y'all think. Okay? This sounds like there are no boundaries here. They went live. Simone and her husband and this son went live. We're going to look at it. Yeah, we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it. All right, so Cecil, who I feel is fucking disrespectful to, Simone need to slap the hell out of him. And no, I do not promote violence in any way, shape, or form. But this man here, I see why she wanted to divorce his ass before. Because Cecil, I feel like got a little fuck nigga in him too. Because he don't speak up and teach his sons to respect their mother. Okay, he sit back and be smirking and laughing when the sons be cussing and carrying on and disrespecting Simone. She's their mother. You are the man of the house. Like, grow some balls. I get it, Simone bringing more money. Maybe he feels a little demasculated because of that. But it's time for Cecil to step up. Because I'm tired of seeing him sit back and allow the children to disrespect Simone. She should not be screaming to the top of her lungs when daddy's sitting right there. Daddy's sitting right there. Put some bass in your voice with them boys. Damn. All right, so Cecil Whitmore says that he felt like Camille Grammer, honey, seeing Dr. Simone say that she doesn't want to be married. Well, if you ain't doing your job as a man, I don't blame her. Shout out to No Chaser TV. Let's go.
Kind of feel like Camille Grammer tonight, watching the show. And for the people that watch Bravo will know what I'm talking about. But
I watch a lot of Bravo, and I watch Camille Grammer on Housewives of Beverly Hills. Explain what you mean by saying you feel like Camille Grammer.
Where Kelsey Grammer basically put her on the show because he was going to get a divorce.
And so you felt like this season you were on the show
tonight,
so that I could
just
get a
tonight.
divorce.
He felt like watching the episode tonight.
Watching the episode tonight and watching it happen live.
He imagined.
Again, shut your ass up, Michael. See how I got to be mama right here. That's how you got to talk to your kids sometimes. Because sometimes they just don't get it. And I've seen this many times because I've seen a few lives between Cecil and Simone and their sons. When Simone is talking to the daddy, shut your ass up. When two grown people are talking, I don't care how grown you think you are, Michael, shut your ass up. If Simone is talking to Cecil, she's expecting Cecil to respond, not you. I don't know why the sons feel like they got to jump in and do this double team shit when it comes to a conversation between them. And Simone let them do it to where that now they feel comfortable. Never in my household, if my parents were talking, could I go and insert myself and say anything when my mom and dad was talking. I would get slapped across the mouth. Yeah. I'm not saying she should slap him, but I'm saying she should check him and say, excuse me, I'm talking to your dad. Right here with it. Shut your ass up. I'm talking to daddy. And when I'm finished talking to daddy, I will talk to you. That's how you got to do that, right? That's the thing.
It's like, I could see how Camille Grammer felt.
Yes, I felt.
And I don't think. I mean, if I were on and I was saying the same thing, when I had the interview with Carlos King, if I had got on there and said the same stuff that you were saying, you would be hurt. And I think you'd have.
This conversation should be had between, and that's how the old people say, between Simone and Cecil. Why is he here? You guys are having an adult conversation involving your marriage that should not be had in front of him. I do not agree with two adults having this type of rhetoric in front of your child. He's still seen as a child. Yes, he's an adult, but that should not be talked about in front of him, because now that gives him the right to feel like he can insert himself in your marriage or your marital conversation and or conflict. He should not do that.
I can admit that. And so the only thing I'll say is this, and this is where reality TV sometimes isn't all reality, because, you know, they only show, so that scene, they only showed probably about 5 minutes. And we filmed that scene for probably close to an hour. So there was a lot of stuff said. There was a lot of things that went on behind the scenes that you don't get to see.
I didn't even think about, like, honestly, for me, sorry to cut you off. I didn't even, like, facts. You're right. And me and Mama talked about that, but I didn't even think to bring that up. Like, I almost forgot about, like, what the conversation was about.
But what
that really
wasn't said with breaking the fourth wall was so irrelevant anyway. And Cecil, to act like that I've never said at all off camera this season about the fact that we were having difficulties. It was getting difficult for me to deal with those difficulties. It's exhausting that you can never see my point of view when dealing with the boys. You throw me under the bus with the boys. You disrespect me when it comes to...
I don't think Dad is saying...
Shut your ass up, Michael. She's talking to Cecil again. He don't know his place. He don't know his place.
I don't think Dad's saying that he...
Dad needs to speak. Why speak for Dad? He's sitting here smiling. See, that smile. That's what I was just talking about. Cecil is sitting here smiling while his son is speaking for him. And I feel like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm off the beaten path, but this is how I feel. I feel like Cecil is jealous of the fact that Simone is the breadwinner. You have a lot of men who feel demasculated because their wives make more money than them. So Cecil is happy that his sons are on his side and speak for him and speak up over him and come at Simone that way, because they say shit that he want to say, but he won't say it to Simone because he knows she's going to go file them fucking papers on him again. Yeah, because he didn't start doing real estate work until they blasted his ass and said, you don't really give anything, and the job that you were working won't really pay and shit. So then he went out here and got his real estate license and then start posting it on social media so that people could see, because I think it was Dr. Heavenly who blasted him like, nigga, you don't even work. Like, Simone is paying most of the bills. Like, they got 2 houses. He was staying in one house. It looked like they might be in 2 different houses here again because she's filming somewhere and he's somewhere else. But at the end of the day, it gives that Cecil is low-key jealous of the fact that Simone makes the most money and calls the shots as related to the finances in the home. His little money that he makes, he sell a house here and there. But as far as consistent income coming into that home, he felt away when Simone bought that new Maserati. He had his nose all turned up. And did we talk about this? Now, granted, you should speak about things if you're spending, something like that. But she was buying a gift for herself because she works hard. So support her. Don't make her feel guilty for buying a gift to award, reward herself because she works hard. Granted, the fact that you don't respect her, she just said it like she's asking you. And again, I don't feel like this conversation should be had in front of Michael because he's so fucking disrespectful. I want to grab his ass up by the collar like this and let me have Michael for one day. And I guarantee you, Michael will not speak again when the two of you guys are speaking. All right, I'll get his ass right. But I feel like there's an underlying issue with Cecil here. And I think it dates back all the way where Simone let his ass know when she was going to file for divorce before. And she blasted him on national television and told his shit that he was being disrespectful and still calling old girl. When he's saying, oh, there's nothing there, she's just a friend. But your wife is telling you it's bothering her that you're going on the golf course and you're spending more time with this person versus having your ass at home. She ain't like that. Men don't like that shit. So Cecil, even though he's quiet, Cecil can be a very dangerous person. And I feel like he's doing this shit intentional to send a message to Simone because he's jealous low-key that she is the breadwinner. And that's just how I feel.
Oh, Camille Grammer was caught completely off base when Kelsey wanted to divorce her.
Fair.
Yeah. What What y'all think? Sound off, honey. That's how I feel. Okay. My opinion matters, I guess. Shit. But moving right along, okay. So maybe Sheree Whitfield is going to be able to make some money finally, so she can save the chateau. I told you guys she's paying $12,500 a month in mortgage, and she's trying to figure out a way to maybe refinance her home, or I don't know what she's going to do. But she was talking about trying to refinance because she may be about to lose the chateau. So it's giving that she has decided to be a part of. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my jam session because my mods have already alerted me. But shout out to Mr. Housewife that said, from weddings to wine nights, he said that you can book a housewife on Bravo Celebrity for your event starting at $2K. Now, before we go ahead and officially get into it, let's go ahead and do my jam session, and then we're going to go ahead and get into this topic. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. All right, go out, tap the light, and go on back. Okay, y'all get y'all twerk on. Did y'all get y'all twerk on? I hope you guys twerked right on over to the like button, honey, and tapped on that like and come on back. Okay, let's get back into the show because we got some more topics and we'll get on up out of here. All right. So again, from weddings to wine nights, okay, so that you can book a housewife or Bravo Celebrity for your event starting at $2K. I don't know anybody I want to book for no $2K, but this might be a good way for Sheree to get her coins up, okay? If she gets booked quite a bit, maybe she have her mortgage for the next month. I don't know. But I don't know why she would want to pay $12,500 for the chateau when she only staying there with her mom, okay? Y'all know her mother Thelma co-signed the property. I told you guys a while back, but Sheree's having some difficulty. She has multiple liens on that property as well. Some back taxes that they're saying that she owes. So Sheree is struggling and may lose. She's in jeopardy of losing the chateau if she doesn't figure something out. Now, Bravo did offer her to come back to the show, Real Housewives of Atlanta, on a friend of capacity, okay? But she turned it down. She's like, oh yeah, the money is not. Girl, you don't turn down no money when you're in that situation because you can place whatever they're going to pay you somewhere. Obviously, okay, the She by Sheree or your little clothing line ain't doing shit, okay? And whatever else you got going on, I don't know, girl. You might need to figure out something else, but I don't want to see nobody lose their home. I feel like Sheree, and I've said it before, needs to downgrade her home because maybe you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and even the Joneses are telling you, bitch, you are out of your fucking mind. But let's get into this, okay? So they're saying available cities. New York City, it said the open socials with what's the child name? Luann D. Lepsis, I guess that's her name. You can do lunch or dinner for $5,000, you guys, for 2 hours. So then you guys see where you go here and press the little book thing to spend time with her. So these girls over there, they're making some good money to book a lunch or dinner for $5,000. Okay. Now they said available exclusively in New York City and the Hamptons. Okay, so you know it's gonna be something real bougie, nice and fancy if you're in the Hamptons. All right, so they have a holiday sale where you take 20% off all socials over $750. All right, so gonna get your 20% off. That's $5,000. Let's get into the next one, girl. Okay, this drunk right here, honey. You know when you go on lunch with her, she gonna definitely be drinking. Okay, Shannon Bador, she done had several DUIs. Okay, done ran her car into somebody's house and every damn thing. And the damn dog was in there. So the damn dog done got whiplash and everything. But Shannon, honey, gonna give you a good time. So there's in available cities, honey, Orange County, Los Angeles. And she's open to travel, honey, to get that good coin. She is on, what is it? Real Housewives of, I forget, child, which one she on. Not Potomac, but what is she? I forget. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So lunch or dinner with Shannon, honey, for 2 hours, again, is $5,000. You can go ahead and book her if that's what you guys want to do. So it said invite Shannon as a guest for a private dinner party, or birthday party, gala, opening, or other special events. So you guys get to rent out your favorite housewife if you want. So Sheree, here's Sheree, child. Y'all see this? So available cities, girl. She said, bitch, I'm everywhere, honey. I got this damn mortgage, $12,500, girl. I'm everywhere. All right, shit. I'll be in hell if I need to, if I can get this good money. So available cities, Atlanta, which is where she lives, New York City, Houston, Washington, D.C., Dallas, Chicago, Miami. Girl, that means, girl, you need the money bad. Ooh, child, do we need to take up a collection right now? So they said open socials with Sheree Whitfield, honey, coffee or drinks, $2,500. Okay, we know Martell ain't gonna be calling because he ain't got the money. So you can book right there, as you guys can see, lunch or dinner, $5,000 for 2 hours. Okay. And then for special events, $10,000. Bitch, I know you lying. Who is coming to see or spend time with Sheree for $10,000? Not me, girl. So they said invite Sheree Child as a special guest for birthdays, baby showers, engagements, graduations, holiday, office, luncheon, or dinner plates. I mean dinner parties, not dinner plates. Dinner parties. What y'all think about that? Girl, ain't nobody calling you for no damn $10,000 for no 2 hours. Like, who are you? Like, girl, no. Anywho and anyway, moving on. So Margaret Joseph, okay, $2,500 for coffee, girl, or lunch or dinner. Why Sheree is higher? Y'all see that? So for special events, lunch or dinner is $5,000, but then she got still the $10,000 there. But $5,000 for lunch or dinner for Miss Margaret Joseph's, honey. Okay, she's available. You see the cities here. All right. Wedding officiation, $10,000. Okay, party appearance is $10,000. So I don't know what show she play on, but moving right on. Cynthia Bailey is in here, child. So she said, honey, if you guys want to book her for coffee and drinks, $2,000. She is available in Atlanta, Miami, Los Angeles, New York City, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Alabama, and she is open to travel anywhere else. Okay. My husband know I am live. Give me 1 second, guys. Yes, love. I am live. Sorry about that, guys. My husband know I be live. All right, so let's continue. So for coffee and drinks, $2,000, $3,500 for lunch. Y'all see that? And it continues. It continues. Okay, so $5,000 for dinner. Special events upon a request, child. Okay. Kelly Dodd. Who's checking for Kelly Dodd? She's another drunk child. Move right along. Vicky going for some. I like Vicky. Okay, I like Vicky. Moving right along. So y'all see some of you guys' favorite Real Housewives of Atlanta people. You guys can book them for socials. I don't know anybody's gonna be on that kind of time, but moving right along. We don't care. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna save that. I need to scrap that because I gotta get through my show. Jesus. All right, so let's get into some Candy news with her mama. Mama Joyce, honey, done coerced Candy into giving her another car. Y'all know she gonna stay close to Candy, child. Whatever money she ain't stealing from Candy, child, she gonna go ahead and coerce her into getting it. So she has now got a new car. Shout out to Braxton Family Values fan page. They said the people have been saying that Candy constantly rewards Mama Joyce's bad behavior and disrespect, and that's why it continues, child. So while many fans feel like boundaries should be firmer, Others understand it from a deeper place. They said at the end of the day, Kandi isn't just a superstar or business mogul. She's a daughter who genuinely loves her mother and understands the sacrifices that Mama Joyce made to raise her and help her get where she is today. All right, so y'all see Mama Joyce's new car, okay? So every few years or so, Kandi will upgrade her into like a new Lexus. She always get a new Lexus, okay? So let's continue. I said that Kandi has said time and time again that no one will ever love you or look out for you like your own mother. I agree. So that bond runs deep, especially when you come from humble beginnings and remember the struggle. So they said that to Kandi, loyalty to her mother outweighs public opinion, even when it causes tension. They said that love isn't always perfect and family dynamics are complicated, but for Kandi, honoring her mom is non-negotiable. So what do you guys feel? Do you guys feel that Kandi is doing too much for her mother? I don't feel like you could be doing too much for your mom. I think that's her mom. She loves her mom, even though she's very controversial and stay in her business a bit too much. I think that Kandi, and she said it on the show, she's going to always look out for her mom. She's going to always make sure her mom has what she needs. I know she not too long ago purchased Mama Joyce a new home. It's a very nice home too. And every couple years or so, Mama Joyce will get a new car. So shout out to her getting her new Lexus. Okay, that's Kandi Johnson. Yeah, I bought her another new car. So yeah, now that she done got Todd out the way, she gonna probably be getting some more things. Okay. That's why she ain't want Todd up over there, because Todd was standing in the way of that money. That's why Mama Joyce ain't like Todd, because Todd be questioning Kandi's spending habits, especially when it comes to that mama. But Kandi has gone out here and bought her mama a new car. All right. So shout out to Kandi for loving her mama, even though she is a hoot and a holler, baby. All right, so while we're talking about Todd, let's go ahead and get into it, because Todd is out here making a little coin. He's doing good with his little side businesses. Now that he and Kandi have decided to go ahead and get a divorce. It said the last show of the year, Thursday, 12/18. Don't bring your man to Atlanta. So he has like this new stage show that he's doing that he said he's doing very well. He's been sold out. According to Todd, he said it's almost sold out. To get your tickets at don'tbringyourmantoatlanta.com. The link is in his bio, according to him. Let's get into what Todd has to say, because he's promoting his stuff. This is what he's always wanted to do, according to him. But y'all know he said to Kandi always wanted him to follow her around and go on tour with her. But he wanted to have his own little side stuff the way he can have his own money. So we'll see what he had.
Don't Bring Your Man to Atlanta has really been popping.
It was amazing. Amazing.
Yo, I've been doing the little T-Tucker theater thing, man. It only holds 50 people. I've sold out my first 4 shows. Now my last show for the year of 2025 on the 18th, this Thursday. So help me sell this last one out so we can wrap this year up, go enjoy the holiday, come into the new year ready to turn up again. Make sure you get your tickets at don'tbringyourmantoatlanta.com. But I'm telling you, it's popping. It's a party.
Okay. Todd looking great, okay? Post-divorce filing. Todd is out here looking good. I like the new frames, okay? He's all lined up and whatnot, so he letting the ladies know this is what I got to offer. Since Kandi don't want my ass no more. Yeah, I'm broke a little bit, but you know, I'm still sitting on some Todd packing too. Some of the pictures I saw when they were on vacation, not to go there, but you know, Kandi, I know that's still your husband or whatever. But Todd, little Todd, I gotta call him little Todd, but he ain't little in some places I saw. In some of the pictures when he had on that nice little tight Speedo, I was like, oh my God, he's probably gonna be another 8 feet tall if he dropped them Speedos, girl. Because I think my Kandi would have had it up and married him, and while she still keeps spinning the block on his ass, they still going out on dates, whatever. So I don't know if she gonna, you know, go through with the divorce. Because Todd, he got a little bit going on down there. Not I'm talking under his clothes, but let's continue.
It's a movie. Literally, it's a movie. So make sure you get your tickets at don'tbringyourmantoatlanta.com and come kick it with me. Oh yeah, do y'all like my glasses?
I
can't
do.
see. I got me some glasses. Finally. Yeah.
Is that coming out of the budget for the alimony? Just asking.
See y'all there. Peace. Don't bring your
Yeah, so shout out to Todd for having his own little, you know, side little money coming in. All right, even though you fucked up the restaurants because you weren't paying the bills over there. But hopefully you don't do that with your own businesses. I feel like maybe you were doing that to sabotage Kandi just a little bit, because Kandi did catch the heat, you know, in all the blogs or whatever for the businesses not doing so well, the restaurants or whatever, Blaze Steakhouse and OLG restaurants. Y'all weren't paying the rent over there according to what the landlord said. We ain't hear nothing about you, Todd, but we did hear Kandi, and that was not fair. But what do y'all think? Shout out to Todd. Y'all know I'm messy. Shout out to Todd, y'all. Okay, shout out to Todd. Let's move on. So Cynthia Bailey, honey, says that she is not looking to be married anymore. Thank God, because y'all know all her marriages, child. She's been married what, like 2 or 3 times. Just did not work out for her. So hopefully she just, dates and just kind of get herself together. Cynthia comes off as the type of woman who has to have a man all the time, regardless. I don't feel like she takes the time to kind of heal in between her situations. Like she jumps out of the frying pan right into the damn fire. But Cynthia Bailey, honey, is choosing herself, according to Braxton Family Real Housewives of Atlanta fan page. Said that Cynthia Bailey is choosing herself, and she's not apologizing for that, and you should not. Said that after years of love, marriage, lessons, and growth, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star is clear about where she stands. Says that marriage is no longer part of her future. So it sounds like she might not be getting married again. I think when she finds the right person, because everybody say that when you've been in a situation where you've been hurt, you be like, bitch, I ain't never getting married again. But when you find that one and they kind of present it to you the right way, you can kind of see a future in that person, then you kind of be like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna have to go back on my word and be like, you know what, yeah, I might go ahead and do that. So I said that with success and financial independence comes clarity, and Cynthia isn't interested in partnerships rooted in pressure, expectations, or hidden intentions. Now, speaking of hidden intentions, I told you guys like a week and a half ago that her new boo that she's dating from across the water, that they're saying, girl, that he is broke wrist. Y'all know what broke wrist mean, right? Girl, he here with it. Yes, child. They say he'd be over there sleeping with men, child. Okay, shout out Tasha K, because she's the one that brought it out there and exposed that a man child reached out to her that knows Cynthia Bailey's ugly predator-looking boyfriend and was saying, child, that he was over there getting schlonged out by Cynthia's boyfriend over there across the water. And then when he come over here to Lake Bailey, child, he is dragging shit balls all up in her sheets, girl. The 3,000 counts over there. I said, girl, you fucking lying, right? Let's continue, girl. That about sent me. So they said that she's honest about the reality that many women face, that love can sometimes come with stress instead of peace, child. Said that now she's dating lightly, protecting her energy and prioritizing her happiness above all else. Said that this chapter isn't about proving anything or to anyone. Y'all don't make me laugh. It goes on to say that it's about freedom, self-awareness, and knowing when to walk a different path. All right. Sometimes growth means choosing peace and never looking back. Well, that's what your man was doing. Okay. Your man was looking back. That's what Tasha K said. Okay. Your man child was on all fours and he was looking back. Now you might not be looking back, but he's looking back. All right. So you might want to check that, girl. Because anytime man is doing all that, girl, you want to check that. Okay. Because he here with it. That's what they said, girl. His wrist is baroque, girl, and it ain't no fixing it. All right. Ooh, child. Maybe he's thinking about slavery days, what we talked about earlier, child. He over there broke back mountain in that bitch. But moving on, girl, if you like it, I love it. Okay. If you like booty brownies in your bed and shit balls and all that and your 3,000 thread counts over there, baby, who am I to stop you? Okay. Who are me to judge? Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl, that about sent me. No, Lord. We don't do the morsels, child. No, Lord. I don't like nothing more but a cake, baby. No, ma'am. Move around. Move around along, girl. I don't like nothing more but a cake. No, God. Ooh, child, they about to send me, Lord. Hold on. I'm shaking myself, girl. Ooh, because I thought my fever went up, child. I said, Lord, let me find out I got a fever in here, Jesus. On down there and give me something. Good God. All right, let's move along. Bitch, never. Girl, Cynthia Bailey, oh, you too pretty for that, honey. You too pretty. Because she like ugly men. Okay, with the exception of Leon. Leon not ugly, all right? But this dude here she's dating, girl, you went all the way across the water to find a man with a broke wrist. You could find you in Atlanta, girl. You could find one right here. It's plenty of broke wrists in Atlanta. Broke wrist and broke back, girl. But anywho, girl, I guess that that international broke wrist, I guess it means something. All right, broke wrist matter. Okay, instead of black lives, broke wrist matter. Shit. Okay, moving right along. Shout out to our Braxton Family Values fan post, girl. Let's get into this topic here because Tamar Braxton is spilling tea. She is spilling tea on Tony Man over there, child. Not Birdman, but Carrie Lewis. Let me get into this, child. Now, we all know that Tony Braxton had to pay Carrie Lewis some alimony when they got divorced. But my thing is this. Now, we all know he was in the group, my favorite group, okay? And can't nobody tell me different. Mint Condition. I love Mint Condition. Carrie Lewis was in the group Mint Condition, okay? You send me sway. Yeah, that's my shit. But anyway, girl. So upon him being in the group and writing several songs, when he got with Tony the Braxton, okay, Tony didn't want him to be in the group no more, so he gave up being in the group to run behind Tony's ass. And once the marriage fell through, it was agreed that that Tony would pay him alimony, and she was upset about that and was calling him a bitch boy and all that because she had to pay him. But let's get into this. All right, shout out to Braxton Family Values fan page. Y'all said Leon is handsome. Okay, girl. So I feel like he was only handsome from what I've seen was in Waiting to Exhale. I liked him in Waiting to Exhale. Just his whole vibe of just everything about him, I don't know. But anyway, and I don't even like dark skinned guys, but let's get into it. So let's get into it. So let me tell y'all something. This is what they're saying. Tamar Braxton spilled some real behind the scenes tea about her sister Toni Braxton divorce from Carrie Lewis and their child baby. They said child baby that it was not pretty at all. Now they said that Tamar says that when Carrie, which is Carrie Lewis, asked for alimony, that she was ready to fight, girl. Okay. Because Toni completely took care of that man throughout their marriage, meaning bills, lifestyle, everything. And he did not pay a dime. But that's what they agreed to. Toni knew what she was getting into. You knew he was working with the group, and when you asked him to leave the group, that was his only source of income. So if he gonna follow you around, what else is he gonna do? So what you want to fight for when you know he left his job? I mean, you are the money maker, the sole provider. What you thought was going to happen if he left his job to work with you? I mean, damn. So they said after years of Toni providing and even struggling with her health, laid up on sick beds and unable to tour, said that he still had the audacity to ask for a big alimony check. I hear it was like 30, 40 grand a month. I said, shit. So Tamar shared that she kept this painful secret for years at Toni's request, but now that Toni has spoken her truth, she can finally say what she's been holding on to, all right, or holding in rather. Now they said that she made it clear that women on a certain financial level must be extremely careful who they marry. I agree with that, okay? Never marry down. I don't give a hot boiling damn how good the dick is. I don't care how fine they are. Bitch, do not date down, but that shit you will be mad later on. All right, when the good peen wear off, because y'all know that shit will. That's you be like, all right, what else you got off? All right, you done got all this. You done got all that. So what happens after all of that? They ain't got no money. Child, bye. No. All right. Broke. Ain't what the song said. I don't want no broke man. Hell no. But it says because you can pour into a man, build him up, have kids by him, and still end up dragged through court for your own hard-earned money. That's just how it works. That's how it works. All right. Can anybody go through it too with Todd? Okay, that's the way the ball falls. But while Tamar says that she and Carrie, okay, are still cool and that he'll always be family as her nephew's father, says that what he did was foul. Period. Said that morals of the story is that love is beautiful, but protect yourself, your assets, and your peace. Everybody smiling in your face doesn't have your best interest at heart. I can't fully agree with that. Because again, I feel like whatever arrangement that Carrie and Toni had when they got together, she knew he was not working. And if he was going to quit his job working in a very, very well-rounded group, because we all know that Mint Condition Honey put out some hits. And Carrie Lewis wrote a lot of those hits. All right, he played keyboard in the group. Go look and go verify it, child. He played the keyboard in the group, and he also wrote a lot of the songs. I think that You Send Me Swinging, he helped write that and co-wrote that as well. So he's still getting some royalty checks from that, I imagine. But at the end of the day, I feel like if he was not working and he quit his job to be with Toni and tour with her and all the stuff like what Todd is doing with Candy, there has to be some type of an arrangement in terms of how he's going to take care of himself and how he's going to do what he needs to do. Of course, Toni's going to pay all the bills. Of course, she's going to foot all of this, and this if she's the sole provider. So if and when things go left and you guys decide not to be together anymore, he's going to ask for alimony. And I hear that in their prenup that it was said in there that he would receive alimony. So why is this a surprise when there's a divorce is my thing. Because I read somewhere else where it says that the two of them did have a prenup. As you guys know, Toni was pregnant, I want to say like 3-4 months with their first child. I think it was Diesel is their first child, I think. Diesel is their first child. She was pregnant with her first son, Diesel, when they got married. Okay, but it is said that there was a prenuptial between Toni and Carrie Lewis, and in that prenup, it did say that he would receive alimony. So I'm not sure why Tamar, why you get in the middle of this? I get it that Tony is your sister, but that is really between she and Carrie Lewis. Whatever arrangement they had, bitch, shut up and figure out your own stuff. Okay, for real. Tell us why your teeth got knocked out. That's what we still trying to figure out. All right, fuck this alimony stuff. I want to hear how your teeth fell out. Okay, that's what I want to know. You talking about everything else but that. But let's move along. Okay. Let's get into some Claudia Jordan and Nene Leakes news, because Claudia is feeling away that Nene went and filed this damn lawsuit against NBC Universal, but then her ass is over here getting ready to be back on the platform, and Claudia Jordan feels away. Now, Claudia, I like you, but now if Andy Cohen and NBC Universal and the executive producer and everybody else can forgive Nene and allow her back on the platform, let it go. Okay, you can't be mad forever. I know you guys are arch enemies, but at some point in time, let the shit go. Like, who the fuck cares now? She's getting ready to be back on the show. What is it? Real Housewives, Girl Trips, or something like that. They've allowed her to come back. Shout out to Nene. She's great TV. I get it. You don't like her because y'all had y'all little spat on the show. Granted, you did read her ass down. I was just like, oh my God, Claudia came in here and read Nene for filth. But Claudia Jordan, honey, did not hold back, stating that you can't bite the hand that feeds you and that kept you afloat for years. I agree with that. Nene, you did do that with that lawsuit, okay? They said that she called out the irony of Nene suing Bravo and NBC Universal, only to later express interest in returning to that same network. It said that Claudia questioned how someone can label a workplace as hostile and unbearable and then turn around and want to go back to their job. It happens all the time. There's a lot of people that go to work that's not fully happy with their job, and sometimes you've had to sue your job, okay? But that don't mean that you still ain't got to pay your bills and that you still don't need your job. I'm just saying. So according to her, said that too many bridges have been burned and the long-standing reputation of being difficult to work with doesn't help. So a lot of people, and I've heard this before, where they said that Nene is definitely difficult to work with. You guys saw her on her last reunion where they were, I think it was during COVID, where they were online, like via Skype or something like that, where Nene got mad because they were holding her ass or holding her feet to the fire. She actually dropped off the reunion, and Andy Cohen was pissed off. He was like, excuse me. So she kind of did have a sense of entitlement because she and Andy Cohen were very good friends. So she kind of felt like she can do whatever, and the network would not, either fire her or never deal with her. But she had a rude awakening when she filed that damn lawsuit against Bravo and NBC Universal, because they did not fuck with her for a minute. But gladly they're able to bring her back, and Claudia seemed to have a lot to say, as she did on Carlos King's Messy Monday, because she drugged Nene for filth over there too. But Claudia made it plain that you can't sue your employer and still expect to clock in like nothing ever happened. People do it all the time. But in the real world, if you sue your employee, just know that they're going to find a way to get rid of you. Okay. That's just how, if you come to work late, sometimes they don't even give a fuck. Okay. You 5 minutes late. Yeah, we don't care. But after you file that good old lawsuit against them, they're going to be clocking every single solitary thing that you do in an effort to try to get rid of you, because they feel like, yeah, we don't want you working for us if you're suing us. So you do have a lot of companies that will do that. Yeah, let's continue. So her message was clear: to be careful what you put out into the world, because you never know when you might need that same job again. I agree with that. I agree that you should never burn your bridges, because you never know when you got to go back across that same bridge again. And to Nene, yeah, that's definitely true. Now, do I feel like she did have a basis to file the lawsuit? If she felt discriminated against, then yeah, file what you feel you need to file. But don't go after your boss, honey, and especially if you're planning to come back. If you're going to go out with a bang, honey, go out with a bang. But understand there is a price to pay when you do that. So gratefully and thankfully for her, they are inviting her back onto the platform again. But Claudia ain't feeling it, honey. Claudia said, hell no. Don't bring that bitch back. All right. But they've had their moments where they fought, and yeah, they're gonna continue to fight. And of course, you know that Nene did say in her interview with Carlos King that she wanted to slap the hell out of Claudia, and that didn't sit well with Claudia either. So they gonna always fight, child. And I love it. I'll be right here to talk about it. Move right along. Let's get into Tawanda with her fraud ass. Okay. Tawanda tried to do a little switcheroo with this damn house. Okay. So let's talk about it. So y'all know she and Sean just got married, okay? Even though they were dating for over 10 or something years, she didn't think about marrying his ass until the IRS, okay, drop them put that little tax lien and whatnot on their house. So she didn't want to have to lose her home. So she went ahead and transferred it on over to Sean, her new husband. So according to Braxton Family Value fan page, let's get into it. Now they said that due to reported financial issues and back taxes, girl, because Tawanda don't be paying her bills, it sounds like. Okay, said that Tawanda Braxton allegedly transferred ownership of her Georgia home into her new husband, Sean Hall's name, just 15 days after their wedding. Now, a lot of people said that sounds like some fraudulent activity going on there, that Tawanda's trying to do a quick little switcheroo. Now, I looked it up. Tawanda still owes, and her landlord from where she stayed at previously from the house that she was renting before Tamar Braxton dropped that $30,000 on this very house right here. Let's scroll down so you can see it. Nice home, beautiful home. Okay, but Tawanda could not afford that home. All right, and she got behind on her back taxes and some other things, and behind on the mortgage as well. So Tawanda still owes her former landlord by the name of Michael Wigner $76,000. But then when he went to try to sue her, Tawanda ran and filed for bankruptcy. Okay. The courts told her that she would not be able to put that on bankruptcy and that she still had to pay that. So she's trying to be quick about it so she didn't have to pay that good old $76K back. Okay. And the unpaid rent. And they said there was a lot of damages that Tawanda left behind in this man's property as well. But no, they said, no, girl, you still got to pay that $76,000. So now the judge, of course, did side with her landlord, as I looked up, but now Tawanda is said to be committing some type of fraudulent behavior again with this situation with her home, in terms of getting married to this guy. Now, granted, they've been married for 10 years. She ain't thought about marrying him, but when she started having some financial strains, and started getting all these legal paperwork in from the IRS and everywhere else about these damn tax liens and stuff on her home, and they were trying to foreclose her home and all of that, she did try to transfer this shit over to Sean. She married him, and very shortly thereafter transferred all that shit over to him so that they could not go after her. Y'all see that? I know everybody. I saw too where she owes like $10,000 to Trina. Where Trina loaned some money, she ain't paid her back either. I already told y'all that she was stealing Mama E's checks and stuff that was coming into her, and over there cashing them. Her ass went to jail behind that. But Tawanda's a whole hot ass mess. We've talked about her quite a few times over here as well. But let's continue. I said that Tamar Braxton claimed that she helped with the down payment of $30,000 and movers fees, yet Tawanda still struggles to keep up the bill. Tawanda need to get a job. I get you on the show, honey, but you need to get a job. Trina worked. Trina went out here and got her real estate license. Okay, I follow Trina. Trina has her real estate license, and in addition to being on the show, Trina has her bar chicks, and she also sell houses, and she's selling houses. She's doing very well with that. So shout out to Trina for doing what she needs to do. And Trina lives well. Trina has a beautiful home with her new husband, okay? So Trina like, bitch, I know this show ain't gonna pay all my bills and the lifestyle I'm trying to live, so I'm gonna go out here and get some side hustles going, and it's working for her. I don't know what the that bald-headed ass Tawanda is doing. You need to get your bald-headed ass up and go get a job. I'm saying, Tawanda. Because you owe everybody and their mama, and that's not a good look. So they said that this has fans questioning the move if something were to happen, that Tawanda could potentially lose the home since it's no longer in her name. They were saying that Tamar felt a way about Tawanda transferring this house over as well, because Tamar put up the money for Tawanda to get this home. So now that she's transferred it over, suppose she and Sean get divorced, he owns the home now. He is the owner of the home now, being that she transferred ownership over to him because of her financial difficulties. Okay, what do y'all think about that? Child, what's going on with my eyelashes in morning? Like eyelash in my damn eye. All right, so what do y'all think about that? Let's continue on because I pulled some more things as related to that. Put it in there. All right, so let's get into who Tawanda's husband is and what is it that he is offering in this marriage. Because I'm just like, bitch, how you got all these things going on? You and this man have been dating for over 10 years. What is he contributing? What is it that he does that brings money into the household to where you don't feel like you got to do all of this on your own? You guys know that they did get married. Their marriage was paid for by the network, okay, for the show. So this is him. I remember him, okay? This is Sean Hall. So it said, who is Tawanda Braxton's husband, Sean Hall? Inside the Braxton stars' latest marriage. Let's get in their business, all right? Because y'all know that's where I love to be, honey. All up and through your business. All right, so the second season of the Braxtons, the new version of the long-running WeTV hit Braxton Family Values, has recently returned, and one of the storylines of the season centers around Tawanda Braxton's marriage, which was okay. So however, in Miami voice, in real time, Tawanda and her new husband, Sean Hall, have already tied the knot. So let's dive in and find out more about Sean. I want to know about him. What is it that he does to bring in a coin? Because Tawanda damn sure ain't. Said who she dated for 10 years. So she's dated him for 10 years prior to marrying Tawanda. Okay. Ain't nothing like having some broke peen. Ain't nothing like having some broke peen in the house. Okay. Everything is just irritating. As soon as you walk in the door, I'm like, oh, you still here. But anywho, so who is Tawanda Braxton's new husband, Sean Hall? So Sean Hall has a history with the Braxton family. Okay, says as he initially met and worked with them as a music producer in their 1996 debut album, So Many Ways. Great album, I have that. Timing for the pair was apparently off because Tawanda went on to marry Andre Carter, whom she divorced in 2016. Andre ain't have no job either. So it gives it Tawanda like, fuck niggas out here who ain't got shit going on. Andre was out here, well, I'm about to write a book. Meanwhile, he ain't have no job. He was sitting home watching the kids writing a book. But anywho, while Tawanda was over there stealing from Tony and the mom, okay? So shortly after the divorce, Tawanda and Sean reconnected and have been together ever since. They say he's amazing. She says, I didn't know that it was supposed to be like this. What, broke? Busted and disgusted, girl? Go off. So she said that in Hollywood Life in a new 2019 interview. So moving right along, said that he forces me to communicate. Force? That's a strong word, according to Tawanda. Now, she goes on to say that I never did that before. I feel like I'm 16, like I really do. I'm just like going on dates and stuff. She said that we always travel a lot. How, girl, when you're not paying your bills? Like stay home and pay your bills. And he loves my children. That's a plus. It goes on to say that he doesn't have any, he says that my kids are his kids. Okay, so I'm really excited now. So let's continue. It said the couple's wedding finally took place October 2025 this year. We saw that on the show. Now, on October 26th, Tawanda and Sean made things official as the two got married in Atlanta in a ceremony that was attended by family, friends, and Tawanda's children, Braxton, Brooke, and per the Shade Room. All right, we saw that. We don't want to see no more. So her children were regularly featured on Braxton Family Values when they were younger. You guys saw that as well. We don't care. Moving right along, Tawanda's previously shared that she felt that her late sister Tracy's spirit after being engaged. We don't care about that. So the only thing that I see that he does, or that they said that he did, was that he was a producer back in 2016. Let me go back up. I don't see where he does anything currently, which is why Tawanda is from hand to mouth and struggling. Like, why would you marry a man who cannot help provide and or help you with your bills, but then you transfer your name over to him? So how, pray tell, is he supposed to keep up the mortgage payments and pay off said taxes? Because then they're going to go after him just like they went after you. This is stupid, right? Girl, I don't get it. I don't get it. What do y'all think? So 1996. So he was a producer for a 1996. This is 2025. So what has he done in between them? What kind of work does he do? It doesn't say here. Girl, I know you fucking lying. All right, let's continue. Because I pulled up something else. We about to get off Tawanda here in a second, child, but I'm just like, yo. All right, so let me look at this. Because I pulled this up. Because I'm nosy. I'm trying to look at some legalities of this shit that Tawanda did. Because Tawanda trying to pull a little switcheroo to keep her house. When I get it, girl, I know you don't want your house to be foreclosed, and no one should. But you married a man who looks like who cannot provide for you. You guys sitting up here getting married. Y'all done had this nice big wedding. Of course, you didn't pay for it. But I don't know. Now, Tawanda did get a nice little payout because she was just recently in an automobile accident where her car was totaled. Okay. So she did get a nice little payout, but my thing is, did you pay off or did you catch up any of your bills with that, or did you blow through the money? Okay. Now they're saying that transferring a house to a spouse for back taxes can be a complex legal issue. They said that the IRS can claim your home for a spouse's tax liability, but there are protections available. Now, if you or your spouse jointly own the home, the federal tax lien attaches only to your spouse's interest, and the IRS must file a notice of federal tax lien in local public records to enforce it. Now, it says that the extent of the lien depends on state law, which can be common law or community property. Now, in community property states, the IRS can still pursue the non-debtor spouse's interest in the property, even if the transfer was made before the IRS took action. So they still can go after you, Tawanda. That's what it says. So it is crucial to consult with a tax attorney to understand the specific legal implications and to explore options to protect your home and other assets from IRS enforcement. What do y'all think? Yeah, so she tried to get out of that to keep them from taking her home by transferring it over to him. But my thing is, if you guys break up, he can leave free and clear with your home because now he owns your home. Maybe she think they're going to be together forever, but people fall out. Tawanda, this is your second marriage, okay? This is your second marriage. We all know, child, as long as y'all dating, everything is all well and good. But y'all know finances and lifestyles, when lifestyles change because of finances, sometimes they can cause some friction in the home and the marriage and cause people to be arguing and then not be together anymore. So with Sean, her new husband, leaving, that could cause him to walk away with her home. And then you're right back at square one without a place to stay. And other people got to cough up thousands of dollars for you to be back on your feet again. So I feel like you backpedaling instead of going forward, girl. I don't know. Y'all put in what y'all think. Because I don't care no more. So shout out to All About the Tea. Let me show this, then we're going to get up off of it. Because as I was telling you guys, it's given that there's some type of fraudulent something going on. It said that Tawanda Braxton signed her house over to her new husband days after the wedding, and fans suspect fraud. So they're saying that some type of fraudulent stuff is going on in this situation in terms of how she did it and why she did it, okay? Because she is known, child, to be on some fraudulent shit. Yeah. So let me show y'all this right quick. Because she was sued for fraud, too. I think I showed y'all this a little bit back. Hold on. Oh my God, it's a lot. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave y'all the link so y'all can look at it. Y'all look at it at your leisure because I gotta hurry up and get the hell out of here. Okay. Y'all know I get to talking, I'll be long-winded like a Southern Baptist preacher on a topic, child, and I got you stuck up. All right. So let me see. How many more topics do I have? Is that it? Oh, yeah, that was it. That was it. So Tawanda was my last one. So you guys can read that at your leisure. I dropped it there. Black Star, Atlanta Black Star. It tells all the stuff that's going on with Tawanda, where she was with the fraud and all the money that she owes for back taxes, all that. If you want to be in her business, child, go and look at that. Okay. But we got to get out of here. I gotta go. So thank you guys for joining my show today. Thank you to all of my content creators for being here as well. Let me do my thank yous. Of course, all my Caramellians, all my bushwashers, okay. All of my haters, thank y'all for being here because you guys motivate me daily. Love you guys. So shout out to my Top Flight Maj, True TV Podcast, Tyra, KBR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, and Rose Armstead. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you to all the content creators that stopped by here to support. Dear Retalk, thank you for being here. Jonetta Speaks. Black Women in the Building, Simple Mom Family TV, Miss Didi, JCD Creation, Shay P, Schoolboy, Queen Speaks TV, and Shay Renee. Those are my usuals, okay? Did I miss somebody? Did I miss any content creators? Drop in the chat and let me know if you guys stopped by and I missed you. Y'all know when I'm in my show, I don't watch the chat. So let me know if you're here so I can acknowledge you before we get out of here. All right. Love you guys. Happy Tuesday. Said that the purse was a test. Okay. But let's get out of here. Love you guys down. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. Stay warm. And keep your notifications on. Like the video so we can push it into the algorithm. And keep your notifications on so you guys will know when I go live. I'll be hitting you guys back for midday pop-in as well as our later video. I'm going to try to do something on Rails World today. So keep your notifications on for that as well because we got to get that channel rolling as well. But love you guys down. See you guys later until the next video. Bye.